While Joe was the main killer we had to worry about in the first season as he went around New York dispatching anyone who got in the way of his true love, by the end of season 2 it was clear that his latest obsession, love, would do anything for love herself, including killing her brother's au pair, Joe's ex-girlfriend Candace and his friend Delilah. Realizing Love was dangerous, Joe decided to kill her but was stopped in his tracks when Love revealed she was pregnant with his baby. The third season kicked off with Joe and Love, now the Quinn Goldbergs, settling into married suburban bliss with baby Henry in the picturesque Northern Californian town of Madre Linda. However, living in a town populated with judgmental parents, annoying mummy bloggers, carbohydrate-denying fitness fanatics and wealthy tech types would be enough to send most people over the end, so it is almost understandable that the couple's murderous tendencies were reawakened, initially by Love, who manages to kill someone before the end of the first episode. By the time the final episode of the season began, their neighbor Natalie, an anti-vaxxer parent, and Ryan, the ex-husband of librarian Marianne, Joe's current obsession, were among the dead bodies piling up. In the finale, Joe realizes he wants to leave Love and Madre Linda behind, and start a new life with Marianne, her daughter, and Henry, but there are loose ends to be tied up, including what to do about Sherry and Carrie Conrad, who are alive but locked in a glass cage beneath Love's bakery, and teenager Theo, who Love hit over the head and left for dead when he discovered the caged couple. However, Joe's plans are thrown into disarray when Love reveals she knows about his feelings for Marianne. After confessing that she killed her first husband, James, by giving him too much of the paralytic aconite that she wanted to just subdue him with, Joe realizes Love has used the same drug on him and he is unable to move or escape. Lying on the floor paralyzed, he hears Marianne arrive and Love tell her that Joe lied about himself, he killed Ryan, and she and her daughter should run away from him and disappear before it is too late. Unbeknownst to Love, Joe is regaining feeling in his hands, and when she returns with a cleaver to kill him, he stabs her with a syringe containing a large dose of aconite, revealing that he knew she had been growing something suspicious in her garden, so he had made sure he had his own dose, and that he also had taken adrenaline to counter the effects of the drug on him. Is Love really dead? Joe says that the amount of aconite he injected into Love would be enough to stop her heart, and after she breathes her last words she certainly looks dead. Just to be sure, Joe takes their wedding photo album, sets it on fire and throws it into the gas cooker, causing an explosion close to where Love's body lays. The combination of a heart-stopping drug and a raging fire means Joe presumes that Love is really dead. What happens to Joe's son Henry? Realizing that being the son of murderous parents would lead to Henry being placed in care and possibly having an awful childhood like he himself had, Joe leaves Henry and his baby carrier on Dante and Lansing's doorstep, with a note asking them to take care of him and promises Henry this isn't forever. Where is Joe now? Before setting the fire, Joe writes an email pretending to be Love, in which she confesses to the murders, to locking Sherry and Carrie in a cage and killing Joe, too. He then fakes his own death by cutting off 2 toes, baking one in a pie and putting the other in a box with mementos of the other people killed in Madre Linda that he leaves by Love's body as evidence of her crimes. Although only his toes and not his body are found, Joe is assumed dead, so no one is searching for him. The final scene shows us that he is in Paris, the place Marianne once told him she wanted to live, so it is clear he is hoping to find her there. Now using the name Nick, he walks away from a cafe in the shadow of the Eiffel Tower saying, "I will find you."